Hey y'all, I've come right back. I just finished the video that you've already seen, hopefully. If you haven't, go watch it. And I was going to talk about my journal because this was the main thing I kind of wanted to talk about leveling up. Among other things, I've got a video coming on leveling up. I leveled up my vanity area. I've got another video on my new bedside table. I think you're going to want to see that, how I've got that just right for nighttime and everything. I've got a bunch of videos on this, so keep coming for more. And I've got my little Sprite still with my maraschino cherries in it. Okay, so this is my prayer journal. I've shown it to you before. Now, my normal way of journaling is in here is just to list or write paragraphs and all this kind of thing. I think I said this last time. I said something like, would I watch my own videos because they were kind of getting a little bit depressing for a while? And I thought, no, I wouldn't watch my own videos. I need to get better. I need to show the rest of my life, not just get on here and drone on and on, you know. Well, I do that anyway, but one day, and I'll tell you the date on it so that you can know when. This was February 3rd. Now, this is kind of when I really started on this new kind of journey of just stopping with the drama, not drama, I'm not dramatic, but stopping with the negative thoughts and everything. But I had been through quite a lot and it was difficult, you know, but I needed to get out of that because that's not me to be so, ugh. So one day I wrote this out. I don't know why, but I wrote at the top, this is the top of my day. And I drew that girl and I put a hat on her, that's glued on. And then I wrote all of this in different colors and everything. And I just think it looks so cute and it makes me so happy. And something about doing this, I started thinking. Now, this is not biblical, okay? So don't, you know, shoot the messenger. If I were God, would I want to hear from Terry? Would I want to hear from her? Well, of course he does because he's all loving and giving and knowing and all the things. But is it fun for him to hear from me? You know, does he goes, oh, Terry's praying. What's she going to say today? What's she going to be thankful for today? Or, oh, there's Terry again. I guess I'll have to hear this because it's going to be the same prayer she's been praying forever. Nothing wrong with repeating your prayers and praying for people or things that haven't happened yet. But I'm just saying, I was in a rut. I was in a rut and I started thinking, when I pray, unless there's something heartbreaking and horrible, you know, I want to be more positive. I want to be more grateful, thankful, pointing out the things that God has done for me. And I think that would make him, like every day I talk about the birds incessantly. And I think that he took a lot of care creating those birds and having them sing for us every morning. Or just because they don't see us and go, oh, we got to sing. Here we are. There's the humans. No, that's how they're made. That's what they were made to do. And you know they love doing it because it's so pretty. Surely they can hear how great they sound. And here at the cottage, I mean, they're just so loud. It practically wakes me up in the morning. And so I was thinking, wouldn't he want me to talk about those birds and say, you know, awesome. I'm so thankful that you made the birds. I'm so thankful that every morning I can hear them. I can open my door and hear them, or even through the door, I can hear them here. So that's what I started thinking about. How can I, you know, make my prayer time more fun and joyful for him and me? Here is a day when the big freeze happened in Texas. And I think I shared with y'all how concerned I was because I had two parents in two different retirement type places. And my brother, my son, my grandkids, and there no electricity off and on. It was 10 degrees, 5 degrees. It was so unusually cold. So here I'm talking about it. This is after the fact. And now I'm telling God about all the prayers he answered for me. And instead of just droning on, I put a picture of my 2 grandkids playing in the snow. And remember that there were good things about the snow. There were good things. Here, I was praying about all the things we're having to repair still from the hurricane. And biggest thing is our yard and our landscaping. So here I'm talking about it, but I drew these 2 palm trees because that was always my dream here, to have palm trees. And guess what? I've got 3 of them, and I'm going to give you a tour of my new yard and landscaping when it's finished. Here was another page I loved. I drew this rose, and I wrote about my beautiful life. It says beautiful life right there. And a lot of times I'll draw a vine around things, and just making it pretty and making it fun. And as I'm doing this, now this might sound kind of crazy to y'all. As I'm doing this, in my heart and in my mind, you know, I've always heard about artists and how they are, you know, and how they have to do art, or they enjoy it so much, or it's almost a spiritual experience. And that's what's happened with me. As I'm doing these beautiful pages, it's almost like I'm doing it unto the Lord. I'm doing it for him. Like, look at this beautiful rose I drew. Look at this vine. This is a prayer to him, and I'm making it beautiful. And it's like a gift. Is that the right word? I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, and this may just be me, but that's okay. Here's another page, and this is what I really wanted to talk about today. I started off, I said, counting my blessings. And all this is, he is good, and counting my blessings. You can see that. Now, I love this page. I have a little banner. I have a heart. I have favorite things here. This is all, you can't see, but that's all writing. So what I wrote that day is what I want to share with you. This was March 10th. I'm in a Pollyanna, Cinderella sort of a mood. Although they both had great hardship, they looked at the brighter side of life. Is there anything wrong with that? Aren't these the kind of people that others are drawn to, and the kind of people that inspire us? I'm going to get into that in a minute. Isn't it okay to enjoy the little things without being overburdened by the ugly that we cannot do anything about other than pray? I'm trying to get across to you as well that I'm doing all this fun stuff that might seem frivolous, but I'm not forgetting what's going on in the world right now. But I have to have a break, and I have to have some beauty in my life, and remember, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all around me. So remember that. So then what I said, and this was super spontaneous, so that's what I love about it. So I talked about Pollyanna and Cinderella over here. The movie Pollyanna, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. And then Cinderella. And I wrote over here, princesses of old fought off the ugliness of life with grace and beauty. So I started thinking about the Disney princesses, the old ones. You know, pre-Little Mermaid, the originals. I thought about Sleeping Beauty, Aurora. And she was fighting against a very evil person. Online it said she was a fairy. I didn't know that. Maleficent. But Sleeping Beauty, you know, was raised by some other people, by those other 3 fairies and everything. But she had a beautiful outlook on life. And even though she didn't have a mom and dad, she didn't know any different, but she talked to the birds and everything. And she just had a beautiful spirit. And of course she was a beautiful person. She had her hair fixed, her cute outfit on, you know, that's how she was. Cinderella was against an evil person, an actual evil person in her life. And and I'm thinking about the original cartoon, not live action or anything else. And I'm not talking about the original fairy tales. I'm talking about how Disney interpreted them. Think about Cinderella. She worked all the time. She had terrible people in her life. They were awful to her, but she found beauty in every day. She found beauty in the animals. She found beauty in singing. Oh, my kids watched that video, the VHS, 1,000 times. I love that movie. In fact, I'm going to see if I can buy it on DVD because I want to own Cinderella because it's such a beautiful movie. So she had evil humans around her, and that's what she was fighting off with grace and beauty, the evil stepmother and her gross sisters. Then Snow White. Snow White was fighting an evil queen that made her life terrible. And so she had evil in her life as well, but I don't know, she just found a way to have fun and dance and sing, and it was just a beautiful, she was a beautiful person. So, they all fought evil and hardship with beauty and style, but they all needed a prince, a knight in shining armor, to save them in the end. They did. They needed that knight in shining armor, didn't they? And now the thought, we're not supposed to ever think of a knight in shining armor now as women. We're supposed to think we can do it all ourselves. We don't need anybody. But guess what? Men, and I'm gonna get to this in a second, but men are made to swoop in. Men are made to protect you. Men were created to feel like they have to protect you. They want to protect you. They want to help you as a woman. Don't forget that's what your husband wants to do. I mean, my husband breaks his neck to help me, to make me happy. He can't stand it if I'm sad or unhappy. He cannot stand it. He will do anything. So it says here, the parallel is, as women, we fight off evil every day, and men fight off evil too, but we have different kinds of evil that we fight. Perhaps we can see that our hardships are helped by our prince, our knight in shining armor, coming in on a white horse. That's Jesus. Where do we think all of these fairy tales came from? The visual of the prince coming in on a white horse. And in Revelation, it talks about Jesus, the Prince of Peace. He's going to come in on a white horse. So it's not just, needing a human or wanting a man to be in your life to help you. You need the help of our Savior. And he has a real white horse. And he's perfect. And he wants to help you. And he wants to swoop in and save the day. You know what I mean? So I said here also, he will defeat all our enemies in the end. But for now, we can keep our cool, our beauty, our femininity, our strength to fight off Satan, who's the ultimate evil enemy, with the help of our Savior. So we are fighting evil. We're not fairy princesses, but we can think about the things in our life that we don't like and don't make our whole family miserable about it. Just fix it, tweak it, pray about it. Because Jesus he wants to help us. He wants to help us, but he wants us to ask. He wants us to pour our hearts out to him. So this was so spontaneous. And something else I wrote, I made this up. I think I was thinking about Dr. Seuss, for obvious reasons. If you watch anything, you might know about, they've got to destroy everything. So now Dr. Seuss is going to be destroyed. But I wrote this and I thought, I sound like Dr. Seuss. I said, look where you want to go and you'll end up where you're supposed to be. Like if you were reading this in his book, in a Dr. Seuss book, look where you want to go and you'll end up where you're supposed to be. Anyway, then I wrote, I really practice drawing all the time. I love it so much. I didn't draw as a kid. I didn't draw as a teenager. I didn't draw as an adult till very recently, probably the past 10 years. When drawing, I've learned through practice to take your time and look ahead to where you want your pen to end up. So if you want your life to change and be better, look ahead and see that vision and then just go towards it. That's kind of what I meant in that. And then at the bottom, I said, focusing on the little things bring joy in the everyday. And I did a whole list of little things that I love. Little things. I said, it's not the big vacation or expensive outings that actually sustain us. But then I did put except Paris, because that does tweak my mind completely when I visualize and picture Paris, and it's just so pretty. It says, it's the daily happiness that works, the little things day by day that you can focus on that can change your outlook on your life. And so that was, and so then I just kept doing it. Then I did this little quick page, I'll show you. This is when Luke and Layla were here, and I got up early one morning. Everybody was asleep, Scott and both kids, and I did this page just about then. And I just wanted to dedicate this page to them. And I'm telling you again, as I'm writing, as I'm drawing, as I'm thinking about them, I'm praying. And this is like, you know, it just, I'm telling you, it helps. Okay, then this day, I started off at the top with positivity. And it said, what does it say? Flowers. And I made flowers around these things where I was talking about all good things. And then back down here, I put fire. And these are things that are bothering me, scaring me, things that I'm not wanting to, I'm just not wanting to think about them, but I need to pray about them. And these are all things in our country right now, things that are going on. And mainly I was thinking about the border crisis, and I was thinking about the children that are there. And it just breaks your heart. I'm asking you to pray for these kids. And so you see, not everything in my prayer journal is happy-go-lucky, but on those days when I can just draw and think and share and pray to God about these things, it's just, it levels my prayers up. It levels them remembering my prayers, because when you draw something, you remember it more than when you just simply write it, when you do both. So I know this video has gone longer than usual because I'm trying to keep my videos to 15 minutes. But anyway, that's all I have for today. And I will see you next week for more leveling up, because boy, have I got the videos for you. Talk to you later. Bye.